we're in the exact same spot we were with CJ Stroud. I put it just in the notes, the legend grows. This is twice now, 2 weeks in a row that he's had this game-winning drive. And I mean, he's unbelievable. Like he's really playing better than a rookie coming in I can remember in a long time. Like I can't think of a rookie playing quarterback playing better than what he's been playing. Am I missing someone, Tucker? Like this has really been special.
Yeah, and I mean, I know we're at the midway point of the season now, but for me, just think about how well he's done early on, right? Because we've seen quarterbacks kind of play well later on in the rookie season. Someone like RG3, you kind of think about and the way he progressed as a rookie in Washington, and then we know how that ended, but he really set himself up to look to be the future of that franchise. But CJ Stroud, the fact that he's playing like this so early into his career and has really been playing like this for the last 5 or 6 weeks or so, it's just unbelievable. Like to the point now where you can have conversations about him now kind of being on the precipice of being a part of the MVP conversation. Now, part of that's because no one else has really separated themselves, but the fact that you can have that conversation and not necessarily laugh about it or say that's ridiculous and scoff at it, I just think is a huge thing for him in this franchise. I mean, just think about what the Texans looked like last year, and then you add this kid into the mix, and he had a really bad interception that kind of let Cincinnati back into the game, but I just think it's even more impressive that he was able to fight back and he was able to lead them on that game-winning drive as time expired to set up that 38-yard field goal to win the game. I mean, the kid just checks a new box every week. It's just unbelievable to watch him. And we said last week, and I'll say it again, like, we're not grading him like a rookie quarterback. Like he surpassed that. Like whatever rubric or criteria you use for rookie quarterback, rip that sheet up and start grading him like a real professional NFL veteran quarterback because he's playing like a top 10, top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now.
What
Glad you
makes it
mentioned the MVP race because we actually had a tweet go out from our Twitter asking about who's your NFL MVP right now. Lamar Jackson's not on this list, which I know they lost today, and we'll get to that in a second. But I'm Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson should have been on this list. I voted other for that, but if you look at the votes, Stroud ended up with 41.9% of the votes. Like people are really getting into CJ Stroud, maybe not even just being offensive rookie of the year, making a push for MVP. And yeah, Curtis, I don't know if I'm going to strongly disagree with that at this point, especially after what we've seen the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, like what he did this afternoon, that was against Lou Amarumo's defense that has made Patrick Mahomes struggle over at times, and he doesn't have a Travis Kelce. He's thrown the ball to Noah Brown today and absolutely came up huge after making a big mistake, and he led another game-winning drive. It's unbelievable what the kid is doing. MVP, it's a good story. Is he the MVP? Probably not, but it's still a hell of a story, and I'm putting him ahead of Trevor Lawrence moving forward in my quarterback rankings because he's shown what he's got so far, and Lawrence seems to be going the other way. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that division plays out the rest of the way because they're hot, and if they continue to throw the ball like they are now, I think they win a few more games earlier in the season if they got rid of the run game a little quicker than they did. But yeah, fun story.
Yeah, first of all, to that run game, it was actually able to work against the Bengals, which that's more surprising than anything else coming out of this
Everybody can
game.
run against the Bengals, though. That's one thing.
Texans have not run against anyone. So what they were doing, that's really impressive. But I'm glad you brought up that they should have been throwing more because I wonder if that loss to the Panthers, a game that was, and Bobby
Mhm.
Slowick, their offensive coordinator, deserves all the plaudits that he's getting and going to end up getting. But that game and the game plan they had there and not using CJ Stroud the way they should have used CJ Stroud. I wonder if that comes back to bite them. But now, I mean, you mentioned Trevor Lawrence. We'll get to that game, them getting absolutely destroyed by the 49ers. We'll get to that later. But they're now only a game behind the Jaguars. They've already won a game against them. So yeah, this division is wide open. I don't think I thought that after that Panthers game. After the Panthers game, I was like, all right, so I guess the Jaguars are going to do this. Now this is more interesting.